Hello, this is our group project, and today we're gonna present the Capgeminy Live Challenge. Okay, first of all, to begin, for generations, the economy was structured based on a take, make, dispose mentality. Since when economic markets began to develop, the mentality of humans having a constant supply of natural resources was common and real at the time. However, with all the advances happening in the world, especially in technology, the society began to exponentially increase the concerns about our environment in an attempt to search for a circular economy. Since the circular economy is based on sustainability, but also looking at the economic side and how it can benefit companies.
The population continues to grow and is expected to reach 9 billion people by 2030. The company CNA, aware of this, aims to make this circular fashion the most important part of the value chain. When designing and producing products, they always look for ways in which they can be reused in the future. This is the basis of sustainability they stand for. The philosophy of this new goal is based on not thinking about the end of a product's useful life, but about the end of its use, so that every material and every garment can be reused. Their strategy is based on three principles. Firstly, they only use substances and materials that are environmentally friendly and also ensure that they are recycled. Secondly, they have a product collection system which allows them to recycle and sort products to give them a new chance. Finally, they support associations that promote innovation and believe in fashion circularity. They know that the circular economy is far from being normal, but through their example, they want to make an impact on the fashion world and on the planet. In 2017, CNA launches the first cradle to cradle certified TM Gold level products in shops in Europe, Brazil, and Mexico. Since then, they have continued to grow in process, including new items for different consumers and increasing the offer. It was necessary to analyze the example of a successful company applying the circular economy in order to develop the idea of our startup. One of the most important things are the processes of products creation, and for them, it is the main driver of their initiative. But the most important part we have taken reference to is the market segmentation in order to achieve a success. CNA carries out a revision of the product taking into account gender, age, country, so we are basing our startup off the important role of market segmentation.
In a Princeton Review survey of 413 colleges and universities, which was collecting data and information of schools and their foodways, transportation systems, and methods of cutting greenhouse gas emission. Berkeley of University of California was ranked number 14 of the greenest colleges in the USA, as well as being ranked number 20 of the top University of California, honored with the UC Merce. This honors and highlights the efficiency of Berkeley sustainability's commitments, as well as their deep engagement of students in environmental issues. One of the main factors of pushing University of California, Berkeley, into a circular economy or circular system is the huge and growing global issue of climate change. Additionally, the state of California signing into laws of numerous policies which were designed to reduce greenhouse gas emissions from buildings, industrial processes, their vehicles, agriculture, and solid waste management, to even electric power and fossil fuel production. This pushed University of California, Berkeley, and the University of California system to pledge of becoming carbon neutral from building fleet energy use by 2025, as well as from transportation and other sources by 2050. University of California, Berkeley, Director of Sustainability, Carol Strahl, was awarded in 2016 the Sustainability Champion of California Higher Education. Sustainability, her leadership role of her on her staff, and on campus, as well as the University of California system as a whole.
So Ford is the only US automobile company that committed to work towards reducing their CO2 emission level by agreeing with the Paris Climate Agreement, as well as working with California towards leaving less ecological footprint. Ford is planning to focus on their biggest emitting areas, which make up to 95% of their total CO2 emissions. Such areas are company facilities, vehicle usage, and supply base. Throughout 2021 and 2022, Ford has invested more than $11.5 billion in the creation of electric vehicles that will dramatically reduce the amount of emissions done by the company. Likewise, the company is planning to achieve 100% of their energy used in manufacturing plants to be renewable. In 2007, Ford announced that they will use soy foam in Ford Mustang to replace the petroleum foam that automobile companies use in their seats. By 2022, they managed to achieve 100% of their car seats to be manufactured with soy foam. In numbers, there is more than 25 million cars manufactured. And moreover, Ford does not limit their desire of building a circular economy by just vehicle components. When they were developing F-Series, they aimed for a closed-loop system that allowed them to recycle materials, and they managed to recover more than 9 million kilograms of an extremely durable and high-graded aluminum a month. Such an amount of material can be used to build more than 35,000 trucks a month. Overall, Ford is indeed one of the greenest automobile manufacturers in North America. Their plans on being 100% green by 2050 can be considered doable because of the approach and the achievements they managed to reach by 2022.
Okay, so here is our startup proposal. The fashion industry is one that can easily move away from the take, make, waste model since it is constantly changing and innovating. So that individual who follows the latest trends usually do not want to stay out of trend. Therefore, the launching of a startup that promotes the recycling of used fabrics would fit today's fashion market demand since new designs are constantly coming out. The waste generated for the fashion industry is not just something that harms the environment, but also the economy, as the industry already misses out on around $500 billion in value from clothing being worn less and barely recycled. These statistics reveal that the time to change the way business is done in the industry is now, since more customers tend to buy brands that have the same values, purpose, and concerns about the environment.
Considering the current changes in the fashion world, the industry needs to respond to the new consumers' demands while offering new growth opportunities. A proposal for a startup to accommodate the current scenario is to begin by changing the take, make, waste model to the reuse based one. The idea is to create a business that promotes the increase of clothing reuse by using inputs that are environmentally safe and renewable. The startup should also be efficient in developing solutions that make used clothes are turned into new, making it circular. The startup for our group will have access to the rest of the fabrics of these major clothing brands. Since there is a significant amount of fabric that is thrown away after the production of a single piece, the leftover fabrics could be categorized by color, fabric, size, and other characteristics with the purpose of being used to make new pieces, not only of clothing, but also of other fabric-based home decor, such as curtains, placemats, cloth napkins, tablecloths, etc. Once the excess of fabric reaches the startup, it will be responsible for redistributing the materials to other brands to be used for new pieces of clothing that will be made with the recycled fashion rather than new raw materials.